Hello, my name is Terry. This video will cover part 3 of our investigation of Pythian Castle, which occurred on March 12th, 2020. This footage is everything that occurred after the midnight break between midnight and 3 a.m. The first clip is from the backstage area. It's from one of the dressing rooms. 2 EVP voices were captured in this room.
Oh, I love it. It's so cool. Oh.
All of the following group of clips were also recorded in the backstage area in what I call the parlor room. It's the room that is fully furnished. This is where we conducted an EVP session. During this EVP session, there were a couple of voices that I was not certain if it was coming from a ghost box type device or if it was an EVP, and these are noted in the footnotes.
Didn't you say you just had maximum come across?
Yeah. Maybe that's what it was meant to. Is there someone here named Max?
But I had it on Ovilus that said the word maximum.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was down in the basement. Could maximum refer to maximum security?
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah,
Like a prisoner of war?
Yeah, because they were prisoners of war and they were under...
And they were down in the basement.
Yes.
Is that true?
Dylan.
Dylan. Ooh, both of mine spiked. Is there someone here named Dylan?
Look, it's pointing to Mike and Terry.
Do you want to talk to them?
Is Elizabeth here?
Oh, yes.
That you just hit a red light on the...
All the way up. Are you talking to them too?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I have my recorder one.
How about another one that's more common?
Yes. It went all the way up.
It did?
Yeah, it went all the way to red.
Okay.
Yes, keep going.
Thou prepare a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. In the presence of mine enemies. Oh, sinner, come home.
Goodbye.
Wait, didn't some people just go downstairs?
Yeah.
Were you saying goodbye to them?
No,
What?
I didn't say anything.
No, did
Well,
did somebody
it
go
said on the
downstairs?
device, it said goodbye.
And what did, wait, what
It said
did it
goodbye
say?
right after I ended the song.
Aura.
It said, as soon as you're done, it said goodbye.
See, now we did hit the word Riley earlier, which we thought was interesting.
The name Riley is the name of the facility.
Like
O'Reilly,
Riley, and we got
O'Reilly.
Yeah,
we
Fort
got-
Riley.
we got the word Riley, and I thought was that the hospital they're referring to?
You know, this whole hospital area was called the O'Reilly.
Right.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
were thinking like maybe we were talking to a nurse,
Or a soldier
either
who was recovering here.
Mm-hmm.
The same motion sensor music box, which was heard in the part 2 video at the end, is also present in this room. It's placed on a tabletop aimed at a wall. No one is standing in front of this when something triggers this device and activates it. What's interesting is one person asks the ghost to stop it, and it pauses it momentarily before letting it resume. That could have been one of the jobs he did here while he was a POW. Popped in my head.
No one touched that.
No, and nobody moved in front of it.
A few alarms, that's a little freaky. Is that you, Stephen?
Are you the cook?
Can you stop? I said,
Technically, he did
I said, Steven, I said stop.
No, you said, can you stop? And he stopped to show you he could.
He said Mike. That's my name.
Oh, he's naming you.
Yes.
Your name is Mike.
And I am Steph's husband.
Yeah.
Oh, husband Mike. Knife.
I have a knife on me. Right there. You can't tell us what my occupation is?
What?
This is can't.
Can't.
You can't tell us what, well, is that what you're trying to ask? Is that what you're saying?
Are you afraid to say what he is?
Gasoline? For me.
I just smell gas when it said that.
That's true, you were just commenting on the smell of the gas from the
Yeah.
heater downstairs.
Okay.
Are there
Curse.
curse?
Curse, why do you feel cursed?
Did someone just come in here?
Sounds like someone did just
Look
come
at
in.
just like the red look.
Yeah, like
Who's here?
something's,
That's funny. Did you hear a sound of a noise over in this corner?
yeah. Like, was someone trying to scare us?
One of the people in the room noticed that the door across the hallway was moving on its own. There was no one in that room. So Cindy, myself, and Mike the chaplain went to investigate. While we were investigating in the adjacent room, you'll hear the man back in the original room that we were all in, who's still conducting the EVP session, ask the question, do you want them to come back? What's so strange is that we received an EVP reply on the camera in my hand in the room across the hallway that I'm holding, telling us to please go back. Then moments later, you'll hear him pipe up and saying that it wants us to come back. What happened apparently is that when he asked the question, do you want them to come back? This is what was on the mind of whatever this individual was, and he wanted us not to go into that room. So he told us to please go back, but when he realized that we couldn't hear a word he was saying, he went into the room where the equipment was running, where he could be understood, and he told them, yes, he wants us to come back. What's so interesting is when we're in the actual room with it, it's asking us to go back, but when it goes into the adjacent room, it's using the correct phrase and saying it wants us to come back.
Not wanting forgiveness.
You want them to come back?
If that was you that said that you're cursed, then you deserve to be cursed.
Somebody's lying. That's why I keep getting lies.
They want to come back. They're telling you to come back.
Priest. It
Priest.
just said
That's
Priest!
Just said priest.
It said priest, Mike.
Did the priest drive you off to the corner, Stephen?
Do you remember I asked the question, what is his occupation?
Yeah.
But a lot of time has passed, but sometimes they're very slow at answering questions.
Yeah, it answered what your
Look what word
occupation
it
was.
is.
Remember I asked about your occupation?
Not a priest.
Third.
Third month.
Third month.
It is March.
It is March.
Yeah.
It is the third month of the year.
Anyway, he was saying, hope they clean this bathroom for you so, you're not stuck in a dirty bathroom. And two separate women voices, one said, yes, yes. Two separate women's voices.
Two separate women said yes.
Yes.
The following clip contains the only visual anomaly that I captured on this night. You'll notice this long white streak of light, and I can't account for it. It's not coming through one of the windows that can be seen to the right. It would have been projected on the curtains. This is inside the room, but nobody is running any piece of equipment that could account for this. I have a slow motion and a zoom version of this individual clip.
That what?
That said that. That wasn't his name, was it?
That what?
That said that. That wasn't his name, was it? That wasn't his name, was it? That wasn't his name, was it?
All of the following group of clips were recorded in the tunnel.
You want to dip your head out from the corridor?
There's a boom.
I heard that.
Heard the boom.
I heard, did you hear that sound?
Yeah.
That was a footstep, wasn't it?
That's more footsteps.
Yes, it is.
Mr. Briggs, are you annoyed of us?
I thought
That's
the walls.
me.
Oh,
Oh, you felt it?
yeah.
I didn't touch it. All I did was click the
I
button on
didn't
my
feel the pipe. I felt the
the
wall.
wall. Did it shake?
Yes.
I wasn't touching it.
Okay.
My bag was.
Well, you see, I'm not even touching that wall.
Yeah, and I wouldn't either.
I'm a foot
That
away
was
from it.
weird. That just yeah, it shook.
Was that you telling us you're annoyed of us? Are you annoyed of
Is
us?
he known to do that?
Yes, he triggers seismic events.
Okay.
Usually it's his footsteps. When he gets right on you, each footstep, the ground shakes. I would like to thank Cindy, the tour guide, for furnishing us with the following photographs. These photos were not captured during this particular investigation, but occurred previously. The following two photos were taken one after the other by the same person. You'll notice that you can see a figure blurred out moving from left to right near the stage area. You'll also see that it's dissipating in the second photo. I also have enhanced zoom versions of these so that you can see the detail better. You'll notice that this photo, which was taken during an entirely different event, that the tour is also being hosted by Todd. I don't know if this is a coincidence or if something is responding when he comes into this theater area. If you look to the left portion of the photo, underneath the exit sign of the one stage door, you'll notice that there's a figure standing there that is also partially blurred. In the zoomed in version, you can see that it has a very prominent brow ridge and that there's a semicircular line from the nose down across to the side of the mouth. This looks like a skeletal figure or a very elderly individual. And once again, I'd like to thank Cindy for sending us in these photographs to add to the video.